Welcome to part 3 of our Clave series. In this lesson, we're going to take apart some of the Clave rhythms and explore some of the variations and ways that we can really expand this around the drum set. Now, as I mentioned, you could go ahead and take this, voicing this around in all different ways. You don't have to just stick to this traditional way of just keeping time on the ride cymbal, tumbao on the bass, and then Clave in the left hand. You could turn around, and I've seen this done a lot of times with Cuban players, where they actually voice the Clave in the lead hand. So you're actually going to ride with the Clave pattern. So if we perform, say, a 3-2 rumba Clave on the cowbell, you'll get this. Now with that, you have a lot of space in between those notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once you have that, it's really kind of up in the air as far as how to fill it in. So you could do a bunch of stuff, or say keeping time here. Then of course adding maybe a tumbao on the bass drum. If you notice in the intro I was demonstrating this groove, I was actually filling in with the snare drum. You could fill in with the snare drum or a cross stick and really make this groove sound busy, and you'll get something like this. Very, very cool way of doing it. And essentially what I'm doing there is making this into a linear groove. You can also voice the Clave on the left foot, which is a very common thing you see in Cuban music. And a lot of times they'll have a cowbell, or in my case a granite block, off to the left. Now you have to sit there and work on the same coordination that we just did with our left hand, but apply it to the left foot. So adding a Clave with the left foot and then a tumbao with the right foot sounds like this. 1. So let's go ahead and show you what that would sound like if we went ahead and played a standard Afro-Cuban groove like a mambo or a cascara, and then added the Clave with the left foot. So now you should have some pretty clear examples of how the Clave works on the drum set and how to move it around. Now of course feel free to explore and come up with your own variations. I'm always curious to see what other drummers do with this rhythm, because you could really take it out and make it something unique on the drum set. So that's going to wrap up our 3-lesson series on the Clave. Hope you got something out of it, and I'll see you guys on the next lesson.